Hi, and welcome back to Fan and Flame Dates. Kate Aldrich is back with us today from One Flesh Marriage, and she's going to be helping us to see how the emotional intimacy is linked to physical intimacy. She's going to talk to us guys, and you might get an elbow or two from your wife as they're watching. So watch and enjoy. We'll see you at the end.
Guys, I'm here today to talk to you about emotional intimacy. Your wives are very emotional creatures, and so this is definitely something that I think husbands can benefit from, learning from someone like me about what your wives need. The first thing I would say that your wife needs is she needs to have her emotions heard by you. We get validated lots of other places, but the reality is you're a husband. And when Brad sits down and listens to me and listens to something that's happened in my life, that grows the two of us together. Him sitting down, making eye contact, all of that is very important to me to grow. And when he sits down and he's checking out his smartphone, or he's watching something on TV, or even interacting with our kids but not really listening to what I'm trying to say, those are the times that I feel less emotionally connected with him. The second thing is to feel supported by you in our emotions. Even if you don't understand the emotions that seem to have wrapped up going on all inside us, going 50 different directions at one time, just you supporting us, listening, as I said before, praising us when you find the opportunity to do so, and just look for those opportunities. That all just makes us feel supported. You know, when Brad will sit down with me and I'll share something with him, you know, and he'll hold my hand and just listen to me, and then find opportunities to say, you know, I understand that was a hard thing. Those kind of connecting times between the two of us breed emotional intimacy and make me feel very emotionally connected to him. The third thing that I would say is that she needs to be cared for when she's happy, when she's sad, or when she's in between, or when she maybe even doesn't know what she is. So just kind of rolling with the punches there, and I realize for husbands that's like, you gotta be kidding me. But just understanding that sometimes emotions take us over and it may not be rational. Emotions aren't always truth, but they come on, and we need you guys to be able to be okay with that at times and just be like, okay, totally don't understand what's going on, but I can be there for her. I can be a comfort to her. You know, many times Brad will just come up and give me a hug and just say, hey, I don't really know what's going on, but I know that you need me right now. And those are just the times that I'm just like blown away that, wow, he can just do that even though he doesn't have a clue what's going on in my head, and sometimes I don't. So just hang in there, give her a hug, and just be available. This is a tough one, guys. Number 4, she needs to be able to cry and have you not run for the hills. So I understand that, you know, Brad always tells me, he goes, you know, when I grew up, if someone was crying, it meant someone was either like bodily injured to the point of possible death, or they were dead. Like, guys just don't cry like women do, and just understanding that her crying doesn't mean the world is ending, but she's, for whatever reason, hit that emotional limit and there's nothing left but tears. To just understand that that's okay, and just be okay with that, and not just run out on her and be like, I don't know how to handle this. Again, the same things I would say is just be available, give her hugs, say, hey, how can I help with this? And if she says nothing, then just be there, be available, and that will definitely help. Number 5, she needs to feel joy and laughter with you. There's something just really bonding about just finding those times where you just laugh together for no reason or whatever. I know Brad and I have found that there are times in our marriage where things are just rough and whatnot, and it's just you need a time to just laugh. And so we like to watch Tim Hawkins, or just remember a time that was really funny in our relationship, or something really funny on your wedding day, just to find those times where you're just laughing together. It really is good for your marriage, and it really is bonding. Lastly, your wife needs to be lovingly challenged. Now this is a tough one, and it's a double-edged sword, so just hang with me, because the reality is she isn't going to necessarily like being lovingly challenged at times, but the reality is that is how we grow. And I know that in my own life, when we have situations arise, like we homeschool our 3 children, so there are many days I'm calling Brad or texting him and just saying, you know, I'm not sure every one of us is going to make it out of this day alive. You know, that he just really hears what I have to say, listens to the situations, because of course Sometimes they're repetitive, sometimes they're different, but he listens to what I have to say, and then he just really challenges me on those points and specifically to each child, and just really kind of brings things back around for me. Because as I said earlier, sometimes our emotions are not necessarily truth. They are just being wrapped up in everything going on. And so just know that your wife needs times where you're going to lovingly just, totally in love, just challenge her and just kind of hold her and help her to think about things in a different way.
Thanks, Kate, for sharing those 6 helpful insights. I know they're going to help me understand how to meet Karen's emotional needs a little better. And now it's time for us to do our need and need notes and nose questions. They're going to appear here on the screen. You can pause the screen and work through them at your own pace. But if you'd like to, you can go out to the website, fantheflamedates.com, and download the hard copy there, print it out so you get a little bit more detail. Hey, we'll look forward to seeing you next time on Fan the Flame Dates.